All right, I'm in Mount Pleasant, Utah, and I'm going to take you on an awesome tour here. I'm at Wasatch Academy, which is a college here in Mount Pleasant. And I'm just going to take you around here, and then I'm going to take you down to Main Street and show you some mudflood buildings. So this was established in 1875 by a Presbyterian minister, and the storyline on it is that there was about 30 LDS Mormon families in Mount Pleasant that were quote-unquote apostate, and there was this Presbyterian minister that came into town and started a Presbyterian church and this academy, and just very interesting. And so you can see the foundation here, and you got these windows that just go straight down here. Beautiful building. Something that comes out here. And you have a window above the doors here, and you can kind of see in there. And so, you know, a very interesting history here, founded by Mormons. And then, but the larger presence here in the 1800s was likely Presbyterians. And so all of these buildings, well, not all of them, but a lot of them just have some interesting features about them that are just kind of suspect. Like right here. So you have this door right here, and then in here you have this, I don't know what's in there. Do you see anything in there? It's right below the stairs in there, right? So, kind of interesting, just goes right along with many of these other buildings where you have maybe a window underneath the new door that they've put in. And, you know, I had a question if this brick is the original brick on this building. According to the Wikipedia narrative, there was already a building here that the Presbyterian minister who founded this school ended up getting one way or another. Here's a huge coal chute right here. It's been blocked in. Window, window, window. And just really interesting. You got these brick stairs coming up here, and show you in there. Got another, and this stone goes all the way down in here. Here you can see, and so it looks like a mechanical room in there, and then this goes underneath the stairs. But look, you have an arch right here, which is interesting, and you have another door down in there. You see that? There's a door underneath there. And this looks like just facade stone right here. So did that brick come all the way down into here, and this is just a facade stone. Maybe. Really awesome. And Craighead Humanities. You have a niche right here in the front of this, but again, is this brick a facade over an older building maybe? And down here you have a couple more really deep windows with a little bridge right here. Why? Wonder what that was for. Very interesting. And so then you have this little passageway into a door underneath there. And this is all new concrete right in here, and this retaining wall. And I believe all of this stone looks like facade stone because it just comes out as if it's laid on top of that brick. And that brick goes down quite a bit right there. Really interesting. Let's keep going here. So, got some great buildings coming up on Main Street. Look at this stone right here. That is, there used to be a window there, mudflood window. It's been patched in right there. They've done a great job. And another one right here where this water is for the fire department's being attached into. Got this big capstone or whatever you call it on top of the window. And so there were windows down here. There was likely windows here. This looks like a facade with concrete or a cement over the top of it. See if we have any more obvious things going on here. Looks like maybe that was a stone right here. Very interesting, like patches of facade stone and real stone. And so that's one of the buildings right there. I'll take you on a few more here. But just awesome building. Would love to get down in there. So cool. So then, got this, I don't know what you would call it. Is it Victorian? Very interesting looking home here. And it says 1892 on it. So I just wanted to point some things out on it. So one of the things that we really need to keep in mind is that the extent to which people would go to keep these buildings. And but like, is anybody really going to build this way with a mudflood window underneath the porch right there? You see that? That's working as a vent, and as you can see over there, you know. But I can tell you right off the bat, that was an arched window at one time, the same height as this window right here. And I'll prove that to you on some of these other doors. But I think the founders were pretty good at woodwork. But you know, is this foundation original right here? It's hard to say, but you got these arches all over this. And look at that. Very beautiful. Old. 1892, but look, right here is what I was trying to show you. See, it arched up. So this is not original. That was a window just like that. That was a window just like that right there. Both of these were windows made into doors. No question. And so what does that mean? Well, it likely means that there was another door down here originally. And so you can see that they've made that into a door, but now, just very interesting. Was there a balcony up there at one time, obviously, or that was a window just like these? And that's hard to say which one it is. Very beautiful. So then, this is new right here. You can see whatever they've done. They've brought this out from there. A window, another window up here. But was this just a window? And that's why we have so many windows on top of doors, is because they were just too tall. And so when they made these windows into doors, that just became a thing. So it's been renovated into like an apartment type thing. But look at this, you got brick on this side going straight into the ground. And you got your arch windows here. So maybe this is like an old addition, pre-mudflood. And so then right in here you have some stone, and looks like a mudflood window right here being covered with this vent. And you've got these braces that they're trying to keep this from falling over. And you've got another mud flood window right down in here. It's just holding dirt, and they boarded it in. And you've got some stairs going down, stone, and a mechanical room down in there. And you have another window here below ground level. They've just put this, made a window well with a grate above it. But look at that right there, interesting. Just very interesting. Let's keep going. So over here, we've got a Victorian home, it looks like. And I got some of these awesome arches here that are squared off, diagonal. But right off the bat, you've got, you know, a set of stairs, and you've got a mud flood window right here at the top. And you can still see the old frame of the window in there with the trim still cut and everything right below this window. So window. Very interesting. And you've got some vents coming out of the basement here. So is this stone foundation new? Well, we have to be open-minded to it. And look at these. These go deep, and they have these engravings on them. Just beautiful. So you've got, you know, were these two windows at one time, and is there a little cold storage room underneath this concrete slab? And so if you look at that, right, you got window originally, window, and then you had your doors down here, or maybe, you know, there was a balcony there and there was a balcony here. So two balconies possibly. Beautiful stone arched big window here. And so is this stone all new? Really hard to say. So let's come around the other side here. But you have another mud flood window right here, right below this other window. And so was it originally larger like this, and they blocked it all in to make it the size that they wanted to deal with? And you know, they've just boarded it in. And let's see what we have here. So got another arched window, probably originally, that this porch is covering. And anyway, just really interesting. Is there anything we're missing on this side here? Also, probably, it's just hard to say what we're looking at. Beautiful. Got a little brick shed here. Let's go take a look at this home across the street. I thought I saw something interesting with it. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. What are you doing?
Oh, just filming these old buildings.
Oh.
Is that all right? Yeah, so look at this. So right over here, you got, look at this. Right in the back of this house, you have, again, some boarded in ground level or mud flood windows on the back of this old short Victorian home is what it looks like. And they've got a false foundation around the bottom of it and a new porch with new concrete on it. But was this a whole level taller at one point? I think so. Very interesting. Okay, so here's another building that I don't think is probably that old. Hard to say. It says 1934 on it. And so, you know, hard to say on this, but, you know, they're probably by 34 maybe using some concrete. But again, you do have what looks like an old coal chute that's been patched in here. Windows above the doors. The windows go all the way up to the eaves. I wanted to show you something I thought was interesting. Even though this building's new, it just shows you the relationship that the Freemasons have with these religions, like the Presbyterian Church. But in 1994, it looks like the Grand Lodge here in Mount Pleasant paid for this building to be built. And so let's get over here to another older building. And so right off the bat, you go up, you gotta walk up these stairs, and there's another door below these stairs as well. So we'll get to this in just a second. I want to show you the site here. And in this brick, interesting, it looks like it's been heated or something to a point of popping. But you know, again, you walk down to this level down here, and this is all new, but you can see what they do here. They just covered right over something older. See that? And it comes out. So really interesting. And so very interesting. So you kind of walk down to the original first level here. Very interesting brick around this. And I think what they were doing is maybe doing their best to match this brick up here that kind of has similar features to it, that looks like it's cracked in heat, like a certain way of doing it. So maybe they were trying to mimic that. But these arches are huge with portal above it. And there's not much to see in there. I already looked in there. It's all been completely renovated, but let's go down here and see what this is right here. And the ceilings in here are 9 to 11 feet, depending on the place, but just beautiful. And this brick right here looks similar to the brick above. Very interesting. I haven't seen this type of brick before, but it's really beautiful, I think. And you've got, you know, where you drive down to get to this level here, which is still not as low as the other side. So again, you go in there, there's gonna be some more stairs going down. And you've got window. Was there other windows in here at one time in between? Is this a new brick, all new facade around an older building? Well, it is a pretty thick building, so let's see if we can determine that. You can see that it's about 20 inches, and you can see inside there. Do you see the wall in there? So it's about 20 inches. That tells me that there's multiple levels of brick. And you do step down to get down there. Interesting. So you got a door up here on this level up here. Very interesting. Got a blocked in window right here. It's look kind of like these. It's been blocked in with their best work. And you've got another set of stairs with new type of brick going up to there. Is there or was there a door in there? And I tell you right now, I believe there is, because look what you have here. You have the AC unit, and you have some vents going right into this area right in here, which tells me there is at least a window or a door in there. And this is interesting right here. Got all this plumbing inside this room, and you have a really deep window here, or door, whatever was there. Not sure. Pretty awesome. All right, let's keep going. Now this has siding over it. Could be an old building, because you do step down to get to that level down there. But they've done a good job of hiding it if that's the case. So we've got another building right here. Some of the same features on it. Stairs going down to the basement. And this is all new foundation probably. and you've got your door down there, and you've got another set of stairs going down right here. Does this set of stairs right here maybe go deeper than over here? I'm not sure. So you've got a huge cold room underneath here. I mean, there's literally a room underneath this porch. And let's keep going here. And you've got some ground level. Well, let's go on this side of this building real quick, see if we find anything. So you've got another mud flood window right there, right below that window. And below this window right here, you've got another window that's been made into a vent. You got a blocked in another window right here that maybe was used as a coal chute at one time. You've got this unit right here. Wild, huh? You've got another blocked in window here. And were there a couple more windows here possibly? All right, let's take a look over at this building. So you've got on the back, you walk down, everything is down at this level as if there was like 5 or 6 feet of mud that's come around these buildings. You got a beautiful arched door here. And you've got stairs going down to the basement down there. You got to walk up to this level with a little tiny short door. That's a very short door. It only looks like about 5 feet tall, and another one above it. And definitely something underneath those stairs. And so they put stairs covering over, guaranteed, what used to be a door going down right here. Let's go ahead and check out this house right here. So you've got some strange blocked in window over here, ground level windows over here. And look at this house. I mean, this isn't the way that this house was built. And definitely should be a window above that door to be in line with the times, but they didn't have enough room. And so that's, I think, why we see and what we're seeing here. There's a beautiful Victorian home next door here. And, you know, it's hard to say what we're looking at here, but this does have that huge, well, it has this a keyhole arch in the front here, and another one that kind of just like it above it. And just a beautiful home. But were there another set of windows down here, and is this stone around here a facade? And was that a balcony maybe? Very interesting. Over here, I mean, so many buildings in this little area right here with the same features all over it. Black Lives Matter. But you've got this porch that's been added. You've got a mud flood window down here. You've got a coal chute right here. You've got even higher porch in the front here. And let's see what we have on the other side here. Well, you've got a window going into the porch right there. Do you see that? Let's take a look at that. So you've got this window going underneath the porch where the cold room is, and then you have these ground level windows down the back, a wood house next to it here. Sorry about the wind. Came down here about an hour drive to get this. So again, you're just never gonna build this way. Use your critical thought. You're not gonna make your door higher than your window. You're gonna do what you have to do to make this work. And it does look like that could be a brick building. Has a huge chimney, couple huge chimneys. All right. So this looks like maybe what used to be a brick building. Interesting. I wanted to get over to this last building I wanted to show you over here at Wasatch Academy. Pretty much all of these buildings are part of Wasatch Academy, including the homes that we've looked at. So it looks like they just kind of bought this whole couple square blocks up over time. Now this town only has 3,300 people living in it, and 100 years ago had just about 2,000 people living in it. So it really has only grown by about 100 people a year on average over the last century. But right off the bat with this building, you've got your arched windows in the middle, you've got squared off windows in the top, and you've got this stairs going a whole level up. And there's a room inside here right now. Let's just go up there and see what we see. So anyway, yeah, it's just really beautiful. Got your arches down the sides here. And nice lady in there, I guess. But you've got definitely another door that was underneath this room right here, and this is hiding that. And you probably had to walk down, because look where the top of the door would be. It would be in line with the tops of these windows. So they just said, hey, you know what? Let's make that into a cold room. I mean, that's about as good of proof of that as you can get. And big old windows here. And you've got your gas coming in right below this set of windows right here. So was there a window right here at one time? I think so. They've got a block over where it would be, and you've got another window here. And you've got, you know, these sets of windows. I definitely believe that this is a new foundation. And on the back side, window, window, window. And you got to walk down. And just like I said in the front, you'd have to walk down for those doors to be equal with the tops of the windows. Is there another door right there? I believe there is. And that's why they've put that this way. And so then we've got, you got to walk down to get into this side as well. You got a fire escape down the side. And we're back to the church that we started at, with the stairs where you can, where we saw something underneath there. We'll find out what we saw later. Just let me show you another house over here real quick. And it goes right along with everything else we're looking at. Hello. Beautiful neighborhood here. Just gorgeous buildings, right? Just want to take a picture of this house over here. Just
It's an old house.
yeah, old one, huh? Yeah, so you got this Victorian style home or something here. And you can see that that's kind of a new inlay, and that's new. And was this a whole story taller? And is this a fake stone foundation around it right here? Kind of looks like it, because over here we don't have that over here. So is that put there to hide a window sticking out of the ground? Well, they weren't shy about hiding these windows sticking out of the ground right here. So you got window, window, window. And you got another window right here that's been blocked in. And this looks to me like this was a window and that was a window, but it's been made into a door. And you have this brick coming around it. And over here you have an arch on the back. So looks to me like a fake foundation around this building. And just amazing. You've got another mudflood window back here on the back, and it's sitting next to this church over here. Oh shit. So I got a little German Shepherd or something over there. So yeah, this is awesome. Old house, looks like a haunted house to me. And then next to it here, we've got another house that looks a little short. And got the porch on the front, has the porch on the front. And it looks to me like that door is not original there. They would have made it as high as the top of that other window next to it. So just kind of interesting. They have a new foundation with pebble mix all the way around the base of it. And so just nothing but buildings here. And here's the church that we started at right here. Or yeah, I guess it's a church. It looked like a church. And then you have a Presbyterian church kitty corner from it that's owned by Wasatch Academy as well. Okay, I'm gonna take you over to Main Street and show you some mudflood buildings over there. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm in Mount Pleasant, Utah on Main Street over here. I'm gonna take you down and show you this beautiful Main Street down here with some mudflood buildings here. But first, I want to show you this Carnegie Library right here. It's claimed that they built it in 1917, and it's the only Carnegie Library built in prairie style that doesn't have the door right here centered. And that's what the claim is on this building anyway. But I find this building very odd. You got window, and was there a window and a window? Yes, I believe there was. So look at what we're looking at here. Was this brick the same brick as the building? I don't think so. So I think this is an addition here. And it's got these very strange symbols on it, and we've seen these Rubik's cubes on other buildings in Main Street in either Helper, Utah or Price, Utah, so kind of interesting. But very strange symbols here. Let me know if you know what that means. It looks kind of like the shape of a nail with the yin-yang symbol in it, but it's got a false foundation all the way around it. And let's see here. And right off the bat, it says a native son of Sanpete County, Bob, had a passion and knowledge and commitment to education. And I guess got some money from Carnegie and built this. But kind of interesting that you walk up the side, and was there originally a door in this building right there, and is this a facade? I think it is, and I'm going to show you why real quick. This is an addition to the building right here. This is the shack on the side, not original to the building. You can see the original brick here, which is not the same as this brick here. In fact, it's not even the same width as this brick here. Do you see that? And so if you look in there, you're going to see the windows, that there's windows inside here. So this is a new foundation around the sides. This is a new shack on the side here. This kind of looked more like the front with windows just going all the way down. And you got some stairs going down in there to the basement. You've got a coal chute, a majestic coal chute I think I've seen some conspiracy documentaries on majestic boiler units and just majestic products that maybe they were older than what they're telling us. But look at this, you have windows going all the way down to the ground level right here, fake foundation around them, and this is probably what the other side looked like before they added the stairs down. See that? So very interesting. So yeah, that's that building. There's a Veterans Memorial War building across the street here, but it's been stuccoed over and kind of hard to see what you're looking at. We have a cast iron, I think, monument here, erected in honor of the pioneers of 1859 by the descendants of the pioneers whose names are engraved upon this monument. 1909. Has Lady Liberty, or I don't know who that is right there. Maybe you can tell me. But let's go ahead and go down Main Street now. Got some beautiful buildings over here. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're on Mount Pleasant, Utah, Main Street. Got these old buildings down both sides. I'm just going to show you a little bit on this left-hand side, but right off the bat, you have a coal chute right here, a majestic coal chute. They've stuck it over this building. Down this side, we have some beautiful brick and stone buildings, and they've done a great job of hiding the backs of them. They've just shack after shack back there, so we're not going to be able to see all of them, but I've got a couple down here that we're definitely going to be able to see. Know you're going to love it. You know, there's just so much evidence in this town that there was at least a 5 to 6 foot flood of mud that came through, and you can see this stone foundation on this building. Arched windows up front, just beautiful work. John Wayne right there. This building says it was built in 1893, and arched windows down the side, stone underneath this brick, and huge arched windows in the back here. And was this just a window just like that that's been turned into a door just like that? I don't doubt that at all. And they've put a shack on the back of cinder blocks, so they've hid that from us. But is this stone that's underneath this brick just just there to trick the eye, and that this brick went straight into the ground and they chipped away at it, put that there just to make it look like there's a foundation? I think that's a high possibility. I'm just gonna go ahead and get across the street here, because I think this side of the road is gonna be the best here, and they haven't torn as many buildings down. So but yeah, it's just brick building after brick building. Sorry about the noise, some guy doesn't have a muffler. But I'm just gonna show you these buildings. It's beautiful. And this building, they've done something down at the bottom with this tin, but 1888. In fact, I wouldn't doubt but what this whole block was almost built in 1888. Now this is a beautiful stone building. This one says 1899, so 11 years older than the building next to it. And let's see what it looks like here. Oh yeah. And 1899, stairs going up. Let's see what we got here. An old restaurant, or it's probably shut down because of the BS. Beautiful arched windows up top. stone building next to it. It says bank on it. And let's see, the bank building says that it was built 1899. Yeah. Beautiful. Let's look down the side since it's exposed here. Got some brick right here. They put a mural, or no, you can see where there used to be another building in between here, so there probably isn't any windows, but I can tell you right there is kind of odd. Like this looks like a whole patch right here, like there used to be maybe a door right there. Do you see that? And that's how they patched it in. The other side they've just stuccoed, but there is a shack on the back here. Let's take a look at the back and see. They've just stuccoed over the whole back here. So, you know, hard to say what we're looking at here. Let's keep going. It's beautiful. Okay, so we've got another beautiful arched brick building here, beautiful work. And doesn't say the date on it. What are we looking at here? Just like a hallway going up, kind of ramps up, and you have some stairs going to another level here. Beautiful work right there above the door, just interesting, isn't it? And 1895 is what it says on that building. This is hard to say what we're looking at. It looks like a new facade completely. Over here you have this really short little building. This one's 1898. It's a salon now. Look at this little guy. Probably not new. 1898 on this guy right here. Rocky Mountain Remodeling, it says. Let's take a look in there. But this building looks like it's a level too short right there. Kind of looks like one of those bungalow houses. But it looks really short, don't you think? Looks like it used to be 2-story, and they've had to do what they had to do to make it work. And over here, this building's 1930s, they say, but look at those windows right near that guy down below, right below those long windows. It's the city hall now, I guess. So let's keep going here. We got a false foundation all the way along this building here. So really hard to say what we're looking at. Let's keep going. And again, on this building right here, the city hall, look at these windows sticking out of the ground up front here, just barely ground level. Just makes you wonder if they facaded over an old building. This building's been stucco down the side. 1947. Still 70 years old. All right, we're back over here. Some new, some older buildings again here. Window up top. It's missing the plaque, unfortunately. But beautiful building. Just love it. All right, what do you want to bet? 1888. 1901. Okay. Beautiful archway there. Bank, 1901. Bank. All right, let's see what this one is. 1929. It was served as a co-op mercantile store until 1929. Big old front there. Looks like it's a secondhand store. Now look at this one. It's probably my favorite building on Main Street right here. Just beautiful, but look at the bottom of it. Doesn't the bottom look ancient? Just gorgeous, right? Yeah, just beautiful work. And the upstairs, well, it looks all the same, I guess. It just, for some reason, looks older down here. Let's see when it was built. This building was erected in 1888. Okay, so beautiful. Let's see if we can't see inside there what we're looking at here. Saw a guy in there. Hey, what a building.
Oh, well, thank you.
This building is just unbelievable.
Thank you.
You mind if I look at it, around it?
Oh, well, there's nothing really to look at.
Yeah, nothing to look
in
at?
the back, it's just kind of a
Is that right?
mess. But
All right.
you're willing to look around if you want to.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just not a lot to
awesome.
look at.
When it was 1888, huh?
What's that?
1888?
Oh, yeah, they wasn't able to nail it down exactly.
Oh, they don't know for sure.
It
Huh?
was around turn of the century, yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
So I think it's my favorite building on Main Street.
Oh, is it
yeah,
really?
Yeah, I thought it was vacant, so that's why I was just like
Oh.
looking in the window just to see.
Do you live in town?
No, I'm from out of town. Just driving through, saw this beautiful Main Street. Thought I would take a look.
Well, you can look around. I'm doing some remodeling.
Is that all
and
right?
stuff. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh man, thank you so much. I just have a YouTube channel where I just kind of post old buildings and stuff because they tear them down.
Sure, yeah.
And then there's nothing left, and we don't really know anything, right? So, thank you so much. Wow, this is beautiful. So, are you doing something with it?
Just remodeling.
Yeah. Have you owned it for a while?
Quite a while, yeah.
Wow. So, does it have a basement or?
If anything happens to me,
Wow.
which is an unusual request.
Sorry for startling you there. I wasn't expecting anybody to be in it. Just thought it was just kind of maybe, you never know, right?
Yeah. Wow. Come by all the time.
Wow, this is awesome. Is it possible to see the basement?
Well, no, not really.
Not really? Okay.
It's just a dirt basement. It's full of garbage.
So they don't know exactly when, but they're guessing 1888 roughly.
Yeah, I remember I tried to track it down when I bought it a long time ago, and I wasn't able to get an exact date. They just said turn of the century.
Looks like what, about 16 feet ceilings or
I
something?
think it's between like 14 and 15.
Yeah, okay,
I'm
awesome.
not exactly sure.
Yeah. Well, hey, I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome.
Have a great day.
Oh, you're
I'm just going to look around the side if you don't mind.
Sure, yeah.
All right.
There's a billboard on the side, but it's kind of faded out.
Fade it out.
So,
Hey, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right, have a good one. Yeah, that's beautiful. Beautiful brickwork on this thing. It just looks ancient. It looks ancient.
It's old.
Yeah, it's old. Thank you. That just awesome. Nice gentleman there owns this. Didn't expect to see anybody inside there, but you can see the sides have a very has arches up there. But look at what is right here on the side. Has a mudflood window frame in it right there, stone above it. But there's a window frame sticking out right there with a grate that's just folded up. And it says always appreciated. Main Street Subs and Pizza. Okay. So yeah, it is an arched window up top. And has a window right here in the side that may be venting something. But look at this. It looks like coal. So this is a pile of coal right here. And he's renovating this. But I wanted to show you, look at the size of the door on the back of this. It's about a 10-foot door, maybe 11 feet, but look at the width of it. There's our regular size door in that original door right there. And these huge windows that are even bigger than our doors on the back. And so what I wanted to show you was, it's kind of freaky. Look at that. What the hell was that? Freaked me out, man. Roaches. Look at that. So there's a mudflood window right there. And it looks to me like there was another door right there, and this is caved in and kind of created a sinkhole right here. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Maybe this was a window at one time, level with these, been made into a door. And you've got this building next to it here that got these arched windows on the back with the huge 9-foot doors with the window on top. Just really awesome, right? So, yeah, this is probably my favorite building on Main Street right here. And let's see what it looks like as far as the way they built it. Multiple layers of brick in there, you can see. This thing's built like a tank, got beautiful stone bottoms on that window and on these windows up here. And then I'm going to show you one last thing, and we'll call this Mount Pleasant good. So, you know, back to the storyline over there at Wasatch Academy. Now, Wasatch Academy is just a block and a half this way from Main Street. But look at this Victorian home right here. And just really, really interesting. Got a blocked in door right here, but did that used to be maybe a window, just like the windows above there? See that? And did this stone on here go deeper? And does this Victorian home look a little short? Let's go look at this plaque here and see what it says. As far as I'm concerned, if somebody has a plaque on their building, that's an invitation to come read it. Beautiful top there. Says here that it was 1892. And so were these window, and was that a window or maybe a balcony? And was there another level here at one time? Beautiful little area on the side here. You know, there's a belief that when they found these buildings, that a lot of the nice pillars and stuff was sticking out of the ground, or they were underground, and they dug them up and brought them up and tried to attach them in up higher to make it look pretty again. And you know, this stone right here, it's kind of interesting. Yeah, there is a flower bed there, but we're you know, is there a window down in there? Just really beautiful. This is new, definitely new right here. And then let's look on the back, and what do you got? You've got these windows down here that are mud flooders in the back. Just something else, isn't it? And just crazy. Want to take a peek over here in this yard and see, because I can see these arches sticking out. Got another building out here with arched windows in it, and got arches down the side right here. So, and then right underneath there, you've got another window down below that, or something, where this tin has been laid, keep people from falling down and whatever's there. And so, is this a short Victorian? Was there another level? Look, window, 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 window. I think that this house was a little bit taller. I really do. And you can see maybe what color the brick was, this red brick. Well, look over here. Across the way is another Victorian home. You tell me if this home looks short or not. I think it does. And the, you know, basically what they like to try and tell us is, well, great-great-great-grandpa, you know, and grandma wanted a Victorian home, but they couldn't afford it. So instead of building a 2-story Victorian home, they built a 1-story Victorian home because that's all they could afford. And grandma was happy. When the reality is if you have this kind of money to spend on a home, are you going to build this? Is this how you're going to put your money into it? I don't think so. I think that this porch is all brand new. I think these were all windows across here, and you can see with the door there and the door there, I mean, all of them are level with these windows, that this was the 2nd story, and that below here was another story, and they've used this stone to put a fake foundation around this baby. And it's everywhere down here, everywhere you look. And what do you have right here? You have a mud flood window right here, and over here. And you have this porch, and they're airing it out right here with this mud flood window back here. Yep, they put this porch on here, and might as well see the back of this side of this. You've got another mud flood window right over there on the other side of the stairs. You see it there? And you have another one back there below that door, it looks like. I believe that this was a taller house at one time. And right next to it, you have a completely stuccoed, what looks like a craftsman home now. And did the craftsman home originally come from trying to hide the mud flood? And did a lot of these architectures come from trying to hide these buildings? I mean, this thing's been completely stuccoed over, but you know that it was brick. And you know that there's another door right underneath there, and you know that there was probably a window there that they've blocked in and done a beautiful job of hiding. You know, did the Mormons, you know, come out here? They took what they wanted in the main cities. There wasn't enough of them to take everything because they had to put these false foundations around things, get things ready to rent out. Did they contract this town to a Presbyterian minister to come out here with a bunch of Presbyterians and get this city going in time? It's just a theory, but Mount Pleasant's a beautiful town. I hope you enjoyed this tour, and I'll see you soon.